Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna fart around with this thing. Oh,
Not usually.
not for them 2 dots.
You mean them 2 dots?
Them 2 dots? That'd make it coven.
Coven sounds like oven.
Coven sounds like oven.
Okay, there we go. That's got it.
You want to twist it just a touch to the Clint side?
I don't know what good that's going to do.
Just center him in me a little bit more.
In all reality, that would have shifted everything over a little bit. But
Shift it.
Good.
we'll shift this way, the camera, the tables, the chairs, so that we're more centered under the banner, so that you and I aren't pushed this way into the banner.
Okay.
But
Well, just
no, it's all copacetic now because it's going.
Yeah.
It's done. It's happening. There we have it. It's a Karmic Transmission coming at you on a Monday night, is what it is, with 3 beards. And that's
2
the way that it
balls,
goes.
3 beards, and a partridge in a pear tree.
And that's all out there in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So, but as always, best place to find out what we are, what we're doing. Check us out, karmaincarnate.com. Our heads hit the banner so that we can make sure to draw attention to it. See?
Yeah.
But yeah, check us out. Buy a family food gift if you're feeling really interested, because that's the best thing that you can do. We're wearing the same shirt, actually.
I know I was going to say that.
They're both too big. That's the biggest problem. And other than that, check us out. Facebook, Twitter, social medias, all over the place. TikTok's the only one we don't have. Maybe one day it'll come around. Who knows? But other than that, best thing,
Framing them.
check out the website.
Bookends
And-
for Jake.
Bookends. Sorry.
That's
Keep going.
okay. I didn't realize that I was a volume worth being bookended. But then again, most bad volumes get bookended by good ones.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
how it works. So other than that, guys, you know the drill. Maybe you've seen these, maybe you haven't. Best thing to do is just buy some food, get active in your community, start doing good things for people, and see where it takes you. Because that's the idea of karma. This word right here means action.
This one.
That one.
Amrak.
Amrak. So, but there we go. How have you guys been? It's a fun-filled Monday.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna hit the nail right on the head here and draw the elephant out of the room.
Huh?
Seems like you had a rough day, Jack.
Today's been an absolute shit day, but
Oh,
that's how it
really?
goes. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, hit us with a little.
I'm being a part of a business where all you want to do is help people. It starts to irritate you when people want to come in and throw a fit over a $9 fee and stuff like that. Where it's like, guys, this is
$9 is a big fee.
oh, I know, $9 is a whopper
I'm
of a
telling
fee,
you.
especially when you got $400,000 just sitting in your accounts, earning 3 times that in interest on a daily basis. Like, let me tell you, it's rough. It's rough.
Can I ask what the fee was for?
He lost his safe deposit box keys, and he didn't want to have to pay that fee.
Okay, but yeah, that's not really a fee. That's like,
It's a replacement charge for you being a fucking idiot, but
Well,
yeah.
those
But hey, I've been a member for 40 years, and I'm a damn good member, and you ought to do all of your work for free.
Oh God,
Since I'm a good member.
is that
And
okay?
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Okay, good.
so it's just everybody apparently deserves special treatment for existing, and I have yet to find out in all of nature where special treatment comes along just because you're a swell guy. Aside from when people actually put in effort to try to make it happen.
That's probably how he got all that money. Acting like a dick all his life.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. That's
Fretting over $9.
Fucking everybody over.
I'm
bingo.
telling you.
But man, he's sure he loves doing business with us because we give him everything for free.
So
And
did you waive the $9 fee?
Scott waived the $9 fee.
Oh man.
Yeah,
God.
he didn't. This guy Martin did not like me by the end of it because I was not giving any ground. So he wanted the manager, and the manager waived the fee. So
Oh, Martin.
because he
We
just
need to plug that
he
microphone
doesn't.
in?
The microphone is broken.
Oh,
Again,
it's broken.
more reasons why I'm not exactly in the most chipper of moods is shit's breaking down. I don't have enough time to fix it. So
I think we got an extra, but we'll worry about that next time. I think they're in those boxes.
those ones don't have USB ins. They've got a different line in.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
That's why I say I'm yeah, I know.
Batting 1,000 today.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling like fabulous.
It's
So-
when you deal like people like that you wish you were like back in the old west.
Yeah.
When you could just piss the lip.
No, more than that, I'm the guy that would more than be happy to look at the executive team and go, $300,000, $3 million. I don't fucking care. He's an asshole. We don't need him. That's the bigger one. Is Dude, if you want to come in and say that you're going to do business with people, but fuck them out of every dollar they could possibly make while doing business with you,
Yeah.
why it don't matter how much money you got sitting with us. It doesn't do us any good.
Oh yeah.
So
I think we should start an F-bomb counter because that's like the 6th one in
yeah,
3
that wouldn't
minutes.
surprise me.
I'm usually the one dropping it.
Yes.
So
I'm playing this.
doing that's a bad idea.
No, it's not. I'm not having an echo. I'm just turning it on.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's just that's the part that's so incredibly frustrating about people is everybody wants something for nothing nowadays. And when you give them something for nothing, what do but say, well, where's the hidden catch? What's the angle? Well, the only angle is you.
Say it again. Give it one more.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. So, because that's the deal. The only problem with the world is everybody else trying to get an angle on the next guy
Yes.
instead of just
Not the
doing
angle.
straight up business.
So
Yeah, there's your counter.
I know.
So
Had to get it on
that's
that's fun.
the long and short of it right there is.
Yeah,
and
but
that
you went
kept me
swimming
late.
today.
Huh?
You went swimming today. I seen you there
Oh,
in
yeah.
passing. So you
Good
did
for
good.
Mhm.
You know,
What time of the day was Martin? Was the Martin experience?
It was an hour and a half ago.
Oh, okay. So it's still
Fresh.
Yeah, that's why I say it's the reason I'm running so late for all of this. That guy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to
You
leave
guys are just on
until
time.
we had to
It's
take care
perfect.
of it. So.
We're here. We're doing it. What could be better? than
Because
that?
that's just it. It's not bad enough that he's going to rip off my work. He's going to waste my time and 6 other people's time dealing with it.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I'm really more pissed off about is the fact that he's zero consideration for anybody but himself.
Well, and he was a jerk about
Yeah,
it.
he's a fucking asshole.
Well, I was gonna say, did he know where he lost him? But if he did, it wouldn't be lost, right?
That's it. He had one of two keys. The replacement for the one missing key, $35. If we can't get that key back, it's $135 to drill the locks and replace it all. We're trying to be the fair guys here, but no, even that one he would have had issues with.
Huh.
So, because in the end, it's like you said, how did he end up with money in his account? By screwing everybody else
So
over.
how old the guy is he? Roughly? I just want to.
70 or so.
Oh, he's an older timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Martin, if you're out there, it's never too late to not be a dick.
Oh.
No, it's just what he is.
You get it from both ends. The
He's the angel and the
extremes.
devil
Yeah,
on the
on
shoulder.
opposite shoulders.
Yeah. And
So-
all the guys will just curse him out and do nothing about it.
You didn't curse him out in your
That's
work.
all I've been doing.
Yeah, well, since you left, but you weren't there giving Martin the gears.
No, I did not give him the gears.
Yeah.
I was
can't.
trying to
You
be
can't.
better than
You
that.
can't do
Can't
that.
do it.
Well, it's like it'd change him. You know, it'd just be more wasted breath.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what I
that's
was saying.
that's
Yeah.
the thing is in the
Sometimes
end.
I wish it was Old West.
Pistol whip style. Yeah. Or bread basket punch him. Take the breath away
Are you
from
gonna
him
do
that way.
something about it, or you stand there and bleed? You know, that kind of shit.
Or stand there and bleed. I'm not bleeding.
Oh,
Martin.
Mhm.
Martine. So,
But no, it's just today has been a long day.
that's, well, you're here now.
Mm-hmm.
You can change your karma at any time.
Well,
It's your
that's-
action.
That's a rough thing when you deal with everybody. That's the one thing I like about just working on houses and stuff. Brent, it's
Easy going and you don't have to deal
he's
with
easy going, and
Yeah.
But I also enjoyed working with most people.
Yeah.
Back when I was a
Oh,
locksmith
geez.
or doing other things, most people are really cool.
I can't remember what show it was on where they said that there's like really only 3 jerks in the world that just move around a lot.
It wasn't. Jim Rohn says that.
Is it Jim Rohn?
Yeah, Jim
Oh,
Rohn says
okay,
he's
yeah.
like there's only 8 or 9 really bad people in the world.
They just
move
move around a lot.
and that's
So-
just it. Is
Which
he's
Right.
huh?
I don't know if that math is right, but yeah, most people are pretty awesome.
Yeah. Because that's
And, some people you just catch on a bad day. you know?
Yeah. Like when you lose your keys to your money.
Mhm.
It's a bad day for Martin. Little empathy,
But
Jake.
yeah.
Come on, suck it up.
No, $9.
Yeah,
$9 to.
I'm just
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the whole thing is just like, dude,
Well, you come in here, you got this money, and you're breaking people's balls. or
Yeah.
just working for the
Well,
band.
like I said,
Yeah.
Save it.
he
Yeah,
came
that's
in
tough.
and he wasted 6 people's time for an hour and a half over $9 for no, like,
How did he go through 6 people?
well,
How
because
did
he
it-
started with Omar. Omar called me in, and then Omar brought Taryn in, and then for some reason the guy went over and just started working with Shay, and then it's that whole thing of misery loves company. So he was going to make sure that everybody's miserable.
Everybody knew he was having that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
over, and mind you, he got into the safe deposit box. He was trying to empty it and close it. Okay, close it. We need to get a replacement key. Pay us for it. Fuck you. No way. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm not. It's just the sheer audacity of people is the part where it's just like, whatever, man. Like I said, I'd look at the executive and be like, yeah, pack his shit, tell him to get the hell out. We don't need his money.
I will say this, if I were in your shoes, it would have bothered me a lot more if he was 40.
Yeah.
Rather than 70.
Yeah, if he was a younger guy.
70, I mean, sometimes when you get up above 70,
Oh, yeah.
I get people, I'm like, I'd be an ornery asshole too. Everything hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll give people
Half the
leeway.
people you know are dead.
Yeah.
It's just getting old rough.
Mhm.
But yeah, he
Getting
gets
old
20
rough.
minutes of, okay, old man. After that, it's
Yeah,
like
like-
an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
He gets pistol whipped.
Yeah. Early, yeah.
Or putting a lion tamer.
It's time for you
Something
to
like that.
retire.
it's time for you to start letting other people come take care of your business that are actually willing to be human beings about it instead
Yeah,
of
but they
just
spend this
demanding
money.
it their way.
No,
Well, that's his fault for
Yeah,
raising
that's
piece of
no
shit
fun.
human beings. You know?
Well, it's a great place to vent about it.
Yeah. On the World Wide Webs.
Yeah.
So that people can.
It's your
So
So they can all
worldwide
find me
brothers.
later and say, that guy's a fucking asshole and I don't want to work with him anymore.
It's like
That works.
12.
Good.
Yeah, we're killing it today.
Fuck. There's
Oh my
15.
gosh.
Is that what we're looking for?
The algorithms.
See? The algorithm.
No, I don't feel so bad.
Woohoo! He said. Okay.
Now that I know the rules, fuck man.
Yeah, well,
Bingo. That's how you build the algorithm.
And
You
that-
drop more.
This
I
thing
saw
of
that. Algorithms are YouTube gods are fickle.
Mhm.
So yeah, Jakey, but we got the same shirt on. Yours is a little bit more faded than mine.
Mhm.
yeah, what's the old Hitchcock?
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta use some Clorox bleach too for colors.
Yeah.
See, works.
I've got the
Yeah,
good man who
shushes. The
from It's Always Sunny
Yeah.
in Philadelphia.
that's him. That's the sketch. That's the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I
Put him in a go-kart.
Put him in a go kart. Oh man.
And then they put it out, and then people just call them and go,
Yeah.
Rude man, who should please call.
Losing his mind. Rude man who shushes. So, well, how about you, Clint? How was your day?
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
We're getting close on this house. We've got some people interested in renting it.
That's always nice.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, if I can just keep Brent focused. He likes to jump around.
Mhm.
You gotta go out here and do this and focus on this house and knock it out and get it.
Yeah, get it rented and bring in some income.
I have a little issue with focus sometimes too. I'm always jumping around, but that's okay. That's
Well, we all do.
yeah. But getting some things done and moving forward, that's always, it feels good. Even the people that don't have focus, you know, it helps them
Oh, yeah.
see what's going on.
You
So
know, that's a good day. Good for a Monday, you know.
yeah, nice.
So, football season's here. I'm stoked about that. You know,
Football season, yeah.
except Lee's taking off. He's moving to
Mm-hmm.
Illinois.
Yeah, when does he take off and go?
I think Thursday.
Oh, wow. That's coming up quick. It's
Yeah.
really quick. How was dinner with Lee the other night?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, just trying to see him as much as I can before he goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we used to have season tickets.
Yeah, that's what I was
Ever
going to
since like Ron McBride started in
Yeah.
'89, we've been
Yeah.
going to all the home games.
Mhm.
It's just this last couple of years he didn't get season tickets.
Yeah.
Because he's getting older. The cold weather,
Well, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's
late
hard.
games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's the end of an era.
Mhm.
You're in the middle of those, you don't think it's gonna ever end.
Yeah.
It does, and you're kind of bummed out, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the truth.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Well, but you know, at least you have the memories to look back on,
Yep.
and he's, you know, great. Thanks for being able to give you that opportunity. I know I got to go to a couple games with you, and he wasn't able to make it, or vice
Yeah.
versa. You know, and
Yep.
Yeah. He was always a great
man.
sport about that stuff.
Mhm.
So,
But
Well, then when I was married to Megan, her parents had BYU season tickets and take me to the Utah game.
oh no
So
kidding.
there for like a decade, I didn't miss that game. I was
yeah,
at every one.
yeah,
And that was a great time to be there.
Oh yeah.
Between Mac and LaBelle split games,
yeah,
and that's when the rivalry was like just back and forth.
hitting them hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, I was
So
gonna.
there's great memories.
Yeah.
red and blue.
Well, now it should be coming back, right? Because isn't
Yeah.
Utah joining the Big 12 or whatever?
Utah's gonna be in the Big 12 next year,
That's
and
cool.
they'll be back.
What were they in? What were they in?
The Pac-12.
Pac-12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in the WAC,
Mm-hmm.
then the Mountain West,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Pac-12.
Right.
When they expanded, they added them in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's weird is the Pac-12, which is, you know, it's the home of the Rose Bowl. It's a final conference. They're toast. They're over.
Really?
Yeah, because USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten. That's a conference like Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big ones. Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma and Texas left the Big 12 for the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And it just the
Everything's
last few
shifted.
years now, you know, and so then Colorado was like, we're going to go to the Big 12. So then
Yeah, there's nobody
it's
left
all
in the
about
Pac-12.
TV deals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about
The
TV
Pac-12
and money.
couldn't get a good enough TV deal, you know. And
Mhm.
so then Utah and the Arizona schools got in with the Big 12. Luckily, the programs did not, because like Oregon State, Washington State, Cal, and Stanford
Mhm.
didn't
Didn't
left
get
hanging.
Oh wow.
So they're
Yeah, and they're
they're the
no
Pac.
slouches.
They're going to be the Pac-4.
Hmm.
You know, so they've got to either like combine with some Mountain West teams or who knows.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Oregon State and Washington State, you know, but not Cal. And Stanford.
Well, they were pretty good programs up there, Oregon State and stuff. They always put
Yeah.
on good games again. You know, it was
Yeah,
hard, tough teams to
Pac-12
beat.
split. Aaron Rodgers played at Cal.
Yeah.
You know, Harbaugh was at Stanford, and they were good for a minute. You know,
Yeah.
but they
Wow.
can't even fill their stadiums
Yeah.
Mhm.
because these, you know, it's Cal and Stanford, so it's
Well, they don't want to support.
the football is probably too much of the
Yeah.
patriarchy or
Yeah, they don't want
some
to do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
No.
So
They'll
I don't feel
toxic.
bad for them. Like, kind of reap what you sow.
Yeah.
If you don't want to support the toxic masculinity of football, then you don't deserve a fucking good conference.
Yeah. Well, it's just, that's like the name of the game. For hell's sake, they put on pads and run at each other and beat the shit out of each other.
Right.
You know, it's not toxic. That's just, in all reality, you know, a good form of getting the aggression out instead of war and
Mhm.
fighting people on the streets. You know, it's a,
Yeah. But like if you're in the state of California, you can't fill your stadium.
yeah. Well, shit,
I know
all of
there's a
them
lot
are moving and leaving and going to
Yeah.
Vegas.
That's the big part.
You know, a
A
lot of
lot
their
of them,
stuff.
people aren't
You
staying.
know, the Raiders went down there. Shit, now they're getting the one baseball team. Not the Dodgers. What's the other one? But
The
they're
Padres.
no
Angels?
Angels. No,
That'd be classic. Sin City with the
yeah,
Angels.
Angels. That would be fun. But no, they're getting all kinds of,
Yeah.
all kinds
That'd
of
be
shit.
funner than hell to go to a Raiders game, wouldn't it?
We've been down there trying to park at a hotel when there's a Raiders game, and just that, you think Jake was having a bad day today. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was retarded. We couldn't. They had because we were staying at
Park MGM.
MGM, which is right next to the stadium, and every road we couldn't even get to the hotel to check
Couldn't
in
park.
because
Yeah.
every road was stopped and blocked
So they didn't
for people to walk
build
to
a
the.
parking terrace good
Nope.
enough?
Well, you know,
Dude, they didn't do anything. They shoved that arena in the middle of of the middle of the strip.
Right on the boulevard.
There's nothing there. There's no
right
parking.
the
There's no
next
nothing.
street behind it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody will stay at the hotels and they can just walk there. If you're at the Excalibur, New York, Park MGM, it's like a 5-minute walk to get to the stadium. So they all just park at the parking for the hotels, but just, you know, you got to go down these roads and they're blocking them all off.
You're trying to get to your hotel to check in for the night and stay. It has nothing to do with the football game, but you can't get there because of the football game.
And I always make it so that Jake has to drive the last part into Vegas and park and deal with that traffic because I'm a shit.
I do the same thing. I won't go downtown Salt Lake. I just hate it.
Yeah,
I
it's
hate
pretty rough.
If I can't park right there at the place,
Yeah, what the hell's the point?
I don't want to go.
So, but yeah, but it was fun. We went down and we stayed at Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
We did
this
we went
last
down this
weekend.
weekend.
Yeah. So we went down and did that, and we that was a lot of fun. I'm making a video right now about it. Dinner and after dinner cigars and stuff like that. So I'm almost done. So
what's
stay tuned.
What's the latest big thing in Vegas? The latest build?
The biggest thing that they did right now is they finished like this dome.
Yeah, their adventure
the
dome
old
thing.
town? No,
No, this is like
No.
they already did that.
this is like a gigantic sphere. Like
Yeah.
U2's gonna put concerts on there and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a new
But
concert
you look
venue,
out
outdoor
and-
arena thing.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Is it pretty neat? It's way cool.
Yeah,
It's
U2's
huge.
gonna
It's massive.
play there for like a few months.
Yeah.
Like Elvis did.
Yeah.
Camp out in Vegas.
Yeah, they got a bunch of people that
We
do
looked into
residencies, what they
tickets
call
for
it.
that. It's like
Ungodly.
$600 or some damn thing.
Yeah.
That's the like my big gripe with the Vegas residency thing is you're going to be there playing how many shows for how long, but you still think you deserve $800 ticket
Dude,
to
they
show
get that
every
money.
time.
If they can get it,
Yeah, they
I
do.
can't blame them.
Well, and you too. You've been to
I don't
YouTube
blame
before,
the
right?
artist for making as much as they can.
Yeah.
It's the peripheral asshole.
The
The record labels
It's
and
like
the promoters.
Creedence
and the,
Clearwater with all their hits only made money when they toured.
tour.
Mhm.
'Cause
There's
their
a lot of
past-
them that were that way.
Yeah.
That's the music industry as a whole. It's the thing that people talk about in the music industry
Yeah.
forever.
And those
You know.
guys like Creedence and Elvis, and so they made all those mistakes. So a lot of people later didn't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just. Yeah. But you too. Haven't you seen them before?
No. Yeah.
See, I've
I
never
saw
been to a
their
YouTube concert.
their pop tour at Rice Eccles. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine opened.
Really?
I've seen Rage Against the Machine twice.
That's awesome.
So in the Rice Eccles Stadium.
See, to me,
Before
that's
U2,
the
which was
showstopper.
odd.
Because I'm not the biggest U2 guy, but that's, to be fair, I don't know much of their catalog. You know, I never got into the U2 deal.
Yeah. And then I saw Rage at Spanish Fork
That'd be awesome.
Rodeo.
Sounds
Mosh.
about
Lift
right.
it up, all you hicks!
Moshed in the dirt and the dust.
Oh my gosh,
Suck.
Yeah.
like a rage.
But they're stupid.
Well, what's that? They got a song called Bulls. What is it?
Bulls on Parade.
Bulls on Parade, and you were bulls in the
And it was
stage.
just dust because
Yeah.
it's dirt.
Yeah.
It was pretty raunchy. It was
It'd be
cool.
funnier than hell if they had Bull Rider, like they're walking bulls around playing that.
Bulls on parade.
Bulls on Parade.
Comes back. Bull.
It's a rodeo deal. So
Yeah.
Bulls
Let's
on
see
Parade.
Tom Morello solo on a fucking Bronco.
sitting on a bull.
But they're, I don't know. I'm getting older. I don't listen to near as much heavy stuff as I used to.
Mhm.
And Rage, like, their whole message is just kind of tired. I mean, I love the music.
Yeah, oh, they're amazing.
But now they're
musicians, but-
basically Rage for the Machine.
Yeah.
They were Rage
Their
for the
last,
Machine back
their
then.
last tour, it was, you can't come see our show unless you've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
They've
Okay, Rage for the Machine.
they've
Yeah.
always been that way.
Idiots.
That's kind
They've
of
always been that way. That's the part that was so.
conform or don't come. That's the name of the show. They're screaming at you the whole time. This dreadlocks.
When they played Bill Clinton's Exit like
Yeah, no kidding.
party.
That's not
Why
a.
you guys are playing for the Democrats?
Well,
And you're
just
saying,
any
"Oh,
political.
oh,
that's-
yeah,
any,
exactly.
anybody,
You guys are playing
any politician.
politically.
Yeah.
Period.
If
Like,
if the president of the United States gets to stand up and clap at the
you
end,
guys are
it's like,
great.
You're not raging against them.
Nothing.
yeah, you're not raging against
And
anything.
Newsflash: Democrats don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, nobody.
Despite what
none of
they
them
say.
If they, if
Republicans just don't fucking lie to you and tell you.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is being a politician. Their whole job is to try to
Lie to you.
get you to
Yeah.
you to support them
Mm-hmm.
by selling you the idea that they're going to support you.
Yeah.
But that's the whole game of politics in a nutshell. Is it's
Mhm.
just like it's
Yeah.
it's a twisted web. But yeah, so if you've got if your
Yeah.
name is Rage Against the Machine and you're playing at some sort of government thing, unless you're Sinead O'Connor shaving your head bald and ripping up pictures of the Pope, you're kind of being a dink.
It's all
So it's like, oh yeah,
And that's
It's a joke.
hypocrisy on parade.
for real.
Yeah. So, but that I would have loved to see Rage because they were
No,
like
that's
Tom Morello. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, I
But-
love their music.
Yeah,
And that Audio Slave first album was really good.
Mhm.
I did enjoy that audio.
Yeah, Audio Slave was fun.
Really good.
It was really good.
Morello's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
With
Oh, yeah.
him and all those
Oh,
other
yeah.
guys.
Mhm.
It was really cool.
Yeah, and he's the star of the show.
Mhm.
They're all really cool, but then he does stuff that you're just like, what the
And they're
hell?
just like digging it.
Yeah, and he like hits the top where
Who's the country guy, Paisley?
Brad
Paisley.
he's a whale too.
His guitar was beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
they
and
got a
that's
lot of
like
that
you
stuff.
said. It's nice that you can separate the artist from what it is. Like separate the lyrics and the songs because that whatever message they're trying to push with their words,
Well,
you
you know,
can still enjoy the music.
when you're
and
young
what it is.
and fresh out of college, I kind of get it because that's like the status quo
Yeah.
is left.
Fight.
stuff.
Well, it's just fighting any form
Yeah,
of
fight the power.
Well,
Whatever
whenever
power
there's-
is,
Kind
fight
of,
it.
but it's all a ruse. It turns out.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Because
that's-
they're all like, you gotta get facts, and there's protests all fucking summer burning down all the cities.
Mhm.
So it's Black Lives Matter. We're gonna get some heavy shit here. Black Lives Matter riots all fucking year for 2 years maybe.
Mhm.
Billions of dollars in damage, people dead, and burning down black neighborhoods, white, black, whatever neighborhoods where they live.
Mhm.
But the insurrection, you go to protest at the Capitol,
Yeah.
you can't do that. You can burn down your own fucking city or your black neighbor's fucking restaurant or
Mhm.
whatever. But
If you go to
you're
the
to
actual
protest
place
the
of power,
government,
yeah.
but you go to the government building and protest. Oh no,
Mhm.
Well,
it's all a fucking bullshit.
yeah. Well, it's
The media runs cover for them.
well, it's how they keep everybody distracted. They separate and tell everybody what's
Divide
different
and
about
conquer.
them, divide and
Yeah.
conquer, and that's why what we have to do is focus back on stuff that we can control,
Yeah.
because that stuff is, they're gonna it's just too good. There's too much money in it. There's too much power in it, and that's the part that's so confusing about all these systems that want to take down the power. It all just builds this vacuum that then is reestablished by their fulfillment of taking the power. And that's how come all those ideas of, trying to take down hierarchies and structures is the wrong way to go.
Well,
because it's
blame something big and broad, so you can get away as an individual with ripping everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the capitalism.
Yeah.
Blame the patriarchy.
Take
Blame
responsibility for yourself.
You guys
Act
fight over if
individually. Yeah.
you should blame those things while I fucking rip you off.
Yeah.
We're not holding individuals accountable.
Yeah.
We're blaming these.
Don't hold
Big
me
rock
accountable for
ideas.
losing my safe deposit box
It's
key
like-
and charge me for it. Just give me it for free.
Yeah.
It's that shit
Yeah.
all the way around.
The hammer fucking hits you in the head. Don't blame the hammer, the tool. Blame the fucking asshole swinging it.
Yeah. Usually that would be the best way
But
to do
see,
it.
here's the problem: is the guy swinging it tells me that I should get to keep all that money. So I'm not going to blame him. I'm going to blame the hammer.
Right.
You know, because he's telling me nice things even though he's hitting me.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
well,
So,
I don't know how the Democratic Party hasn't lost just about
Oh,
every
dude,
black
I
voter
don't
they
know.
have after the voter ID thing.
I don't know.
You're not capable of getting ID. You shouldn't have, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's, you know,
Well,
how
it's just-
condescending and shitty.
that you're not
How
capable
racist
of
is
acting
it?
and being a
Yeah.
normal citizen. Yeah,
So-
it's
Fucking
a-
bullshit. You need an
That's-
ID to do everything else. You don't need it to vote.
Well,
Come on.
yeah, it's all just like we're saying. There's too much money in it, and then they've got everybody in their pocket, and you know when you can control and set the narrative, and it makes it easy for you to do just that, control and set the
You
narrative.
got the media running cover for you. You got all the colleges telling the kids.
Mhm.
But, you know, the biggest problem in America is racism.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
yeah,
yeah. The part that makes me sad is that they is that in their attempt to do that stuff, they kill diversity.
Mhm.
You know,
The
because
very thing
there's
they
a
claim to
huge
be.
difference between racism and racial. You know, because what is racial is what makes us separate and different, and gives texture and character to things in life. You know,
Mhm.
hating people because of it, there's a different story. But you should be celebrating differences and
Celebrating
looking at them and talking about how
Mhm.
special and unique it is, and then being thankful that people appreciate it and want to help participate and enjoy in that. And, you know, that's what every individual person
Right.
says that they want. They want to be their own thing. They want to live how they want to live and be loved and cherished for it. And then by, you know, putting everything into such boxes, all of a sudden it eliminates that very damn thing that you want to do.
what
They
you're
do the
talking
same
about
thing
is
with
a
the
message of
sex and
unity.
gender too.
So, well, it's blurred lines.
Mhm.
You know, I don't even care if you want to call it unity. It's just that it's all the same horseshit. So
Well,
what
it's
are we
all,
getting worked up
well,
about?
and it's
it's-
all these peripheral topics about how we can fight with each other.
Yeah.
And so they're not talking about the shit that really affects us.
Oh,
Mhm.
Like inflation and potential World War III and sending all our money to Ukraine and fucking opening up the borders and everybody dying from fentanyl. They don't want to talk about those things. Let's keep talking about race or abortion or
Yeah,
those things
the
that,
silly
that we
things.
can fucking figure out on our own.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that we
allow
have,
an
and then we
individual.
fought the battles to beat.
Yeah.
Like, did I miss something, or did we have a fucking black president for 8 years? Was I asleep for that?
Yeah.
So we're a white supremacist nation with a
Yeah.
black president.
Well, notice it was
We're a
the
white
black-
supremacist
That
nation.
kind of makes
How about it was the
And
black
argument.
But yet
president
the
that made those arguments?
but yet the people, the demographic that does the best in our country are Asians. So as white supremacists, we're doing a bad job there too. It's like they're fucking arguments. All you got to do is talk through it a little bit, and they fall apart.
Well, it's-
and that's why they won't talk to people.
Yeah.
They'll cancel them.
Yeah.
They don't go on Rogan and talk to him.
Yeah.
They don't go on these, other shows and talk about it.
Mhm.
They just fucking have him canceled.
Yeah.
Or they hope they
Yeah. So newsflash, dickheads, you would have been the motherfuckers shoveling the Jews in the ovens. Fuck you. Anyway, that's my rant.
No, well, dude. It's what's funny is that all of that stuff, what it comes back to is politicians.
Jesus Christ. Shoveling them in the others.
That's what it is.
This
Like a-
fucking
like a-
podcast
like
is
a-
gonna be about 10
yeah,
minutes.
Like a blazed
Edit all-
pizza. You're-
Yeah,
This-
I don't get it.
This
Yeah.
podcast is going to get the most views and then get canceled.
Well, I like how
Yeah.
and I'm not some fucking. I've never claimed
No.
to be right wing or Republican. I don't give a shit. I'm just looking for truth.
Yeah.
Just truth. I don't care what fucking side.
Well,
I like a lot of shit that Kennedy's saying.
yeah.
There's a lot of good shit.
Well, that's the problem with politicians is they usually know how to say a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
But then when it comes time to act upon
Well,
it,
he's
then
not
it
good at
goes that
saying
way.
it, but he says good shit.
Yeah.
And
But
that's why I think he would have a hard time because people are shallow and they don't want to fucking guide it. Like they say that what's his ass wouldn't have won the presidency if people knew he was in a wheelchair.
oh, FDR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they did. They hid that from the public for a long damn time.
Because people are stupid.
Well, it's just it's an image game. And
Yeah.
they put
And that's-
they grab their ego and cling it onto someone else's
Mm.
and try to say that that's how they get represented. And that's the trouble with, that's the difference between what people think we are and what we really are. Is we never were a democracy. We were a representative republic, and that's because one uses the will of the people as a whole to enact laws and move things. Where a representative republic moves as an individual and makes them take responsibility and move forward. And that it allows for a lot more diversity, but it's a lot harder to control.
These lefty twats today will tell you that the biggest threat to our democracy is free speech.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
okay.
Yeah, free. It's like you said, that's the hardest part. Is you try to think about it in just a literal term, and it starts to fall to pieces. You know, because like you're saying, that is that it's, well, you know, one that I always talked about is on the free speech subject is the term hate speech. And it's like, well, by definition, the only speech that needs to be protected would be hated speech, because if it was loved, everybody would be okay with it.
Right.
So you have to be allowed and allow people to be dickheads and put their foot in their mouth, because that's the only speech that will get shut down.
Well, and the biggest problem,
and it's just that, you know, whether you like it or not, it's we've lost track of the old little kindergarten rhyme of, you know, like sticks and stones, break my bones.
You can't legislate for feelings.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
It's a hard thing to do.
But you know what you can do with legislation? You can make a whole lot of money telling people you care about their feelings. That's the one thing you can do.
Yeah, gain a lot of influence.
You can gain a lot of power, a lot of influence by looking at those weak-willed, simple things
it's like
and saying, "I've got your best interest."
Jordan Peterson said that the great line. He's like, who gets to define hate?
Yeah,
there's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
Because you've already seen it with them trying to cancel and go after anyone with a view outside of the narrative.
Yeah.
They'll just try to shut them down. They can't beat them in the debate.
Yeah.
Because they don't, shit doesn't add up. So they just try and get rid of them.
Well, that's the thing about it, is
but Trump's Hitler.
The biggest thing that people hate is having their opinions challenged and looked at a microscopic level, especially if it's become dogma. You know, and that's one thing that I like about karma, is that what we do here is we genuinely don't have a dogma. I do not care or give a shit what you think or what you feel or what you do in your free time. All I want to know is if you're going to put an action towards doing an actual goal. Because if you do that, then we will, you know, it's cause and effect. That's karma. It has action and reaction.
We'll figure out the rest
Everything
later.
after that is, well, it's not up to me.
It doesn't matter.
It's a natural thing of the universe.
It's how it goes. Water doesn't pick and choose the good from the bad.
Water doesn't.
It waters weeds. It waters flowers.
Yeah,
it does all of it.
It doesn't choose. You know, sunlight doesn't pick. The thing
it's
is, things in nature just
and it also
the good and the bad, and you know, the thing, you know, it's all the same in the cosmic energy that we call us, the functioning, the karma, the human element. It's all the same action in its eyes. And so, but all the, you know, that becomes us as the individual to choose and pick an action that then we can hold accountable and responsible to ourselves on a personal level, and make sure that it feels good and right with us. Because in all reality, like we've been talking about, you can make your money lying, cheating, and stealing and ripping people off and bitching about $9.
Laundering it through the Ukraine.
But wouldn't it feel better? Wouldn't it feel better if you did it by feeding hungry people and trying to take care of your community and building confidence and comfort and consistency in people that you come in contact with on a day-to-day basis? You know, it's just trying to weigh those out and see which one's going to help. And, you know, like we all know, with our own personal experience, we've been dickheads and we've been saints. And which one feels better? Which one makes your life feel more complete? Which one, you know, do you want to be infamous or do you want to be beloved? You know, beloved.
Well, it's famous or infamous.
No, because famous is just being known. I'm talking beloved, like,
right.
You know, because infamy means that people like you because you're hated. You know, and it's not just being liked or being known. It's beloved. You know, people hold you dear to their heart and they never met you before. And it's because you're doing something that they wish that they could measure up, try to do themselves. But that's the best thing about it, is it's all just an action. So it can be done by anybody and in any moment, and can be picked and there's nothing but millions of stories that are true and fiction of the bad guy finding redemption and figuring it out.
Mhm.
You know, Darth Vader throws Palpatine off the damn end of the thing.
Don't.
Already,
I'm already amped up.
Hey, he's only talking about
That
Return of the
started my
Jedi.
whole descent.
He's
into-
only
into the world.
talking about the good ones.
Yeah,
It's okay.
you can
I
blame.
can't even see anything Star Wars related without getting sad.
Well, speaking of seeing stuff that's going to be good, because it's not going to be.
Enterprise and turn it into shit.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go see Jurassic Park tomorrow.
Mhm.
Me, Jake, and Naomi.
What Jurassic Park?
The original.
The original.
It's the 30th
Oh,
anniversary.
30th anniversary
And no different. Just going to go watch
On
a
the big
great
screen.
classic 1994
When?
to 93.
7:15.
7:15. Yeah.
Who's going?
Me, Jake, and Naomi so
Mhm.
far.
Oh, good.
Because we burned down a treehouse playing Jurassic Park. So it's like,
There's
well,
only
hell,
mild reasons that we ought to go see it.
yeah, we got to rekindle,
That was a
Mhm.
great
That
movie.
flame.
And those effects in that movie are better than most.
stand up,
Yeah.
practical,
Shit,
and
everything
just a
nowadays.
touch of CGI. Well, that's the thing. It's 93, 94, 95. That time period right there is the peak of cinematic history, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It hit.
Because they
Hit the
understood that
ultimate.
CGI is there to accent and help make better,
Think about it.
not to be
Aliens.
the entire movie.
Aliens was like 92. Just you go down the list
Well, dude,
of the movies that came
and
out.
even not stuff that relies on effects.
Yeah,
You have, like,
just
Pulp
story
Fiction.
writing. Yeah, just everything about it. They mastered the art of storytelling. They found out, they mastered the craft of using the cameras and the angles.
Mhm.
It-
They
it's
still
just
understood the idea
everything
behind
about
less
it
is more.
was
Like,
less
it's just-
pretentious because they
Mhm.
didn't have to prove anything. They were just
It's all regressed.
Yeah.
Why?
it really has.
Diversity, equity, and
Well,
inclusion.
it's just
No.
yeah,
It's-
that definitely
that
doesn't
in the
help.
last like 5 to 10 years that's become an issue.
Well,
But the
it's
bigger
just-
problems with movies has been they learned with CGI. I can show everything that I could ever want to, and they lost all of the finesse with storytelling, with production levels. Because like, no, we just shove it into a computer and make it.
well,
I'm going to show you what I want you to see.
the second
They-
you know and think that you're
Yeah.
a master of your craft, you become pretentious and lose all the things that made you become a master of your craft. And that goes for the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
Everything went up its own ass. They
Yeah.
decided that they knew everything and couldn't get better, and so it just lost its
Movie
rock.
making.
Well, and then also,
Algorithms.
I think a contributing factor to that is just the digital age, where you kind of get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Everybody's ripping off songs or ripping off movies.
Yeah.
Maybe the quality goes down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
absolutely.
you're definitely
And then-
right. That's
and then
100%.
sprinkle in, we've mastered everything, and then
Yeah.
heavy
We know it all.
dash
We've
of
seen it all. We've
Heavy
done
dash
it all.
the
being
message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part is that everything
fucking
has a
thing
message.
coming in today.
Well, and they have forever, but they want to act like you're too stupid to know the message, so they just hit you in the head with it.
What they don't understand.
Because like, what's the message of the original Star Wars? Is that even a farm boy can take down
Yeah.
and find the ability to do something incredible in this world.
Mhm.
That's it.
And
They
then-
all have a message, but they don't
Yeah.
come out, and he doesn't say, "I'm just a poor farm boy, and I'm going to have to take." They
Well,
don't.
no, that's what they turned it into.
Yeah.
Then he's milking the purple-pitted fucking fat-ass monster,
Mhm.
whining about his wife, not teaching Ray a fucking thing,
Well,
because he's a fucking white male, so fuck him.
well,
Same with Obi-Wan, fuck him. Han Solo, fuck him.
yeah.
Every male character has to be a broken down piece of fucking shit, or the villain.
But that's
So
the
you can
modern.
have your fucking Mary Sue save the day.
Well, very serious.
Yeah.
What's the male one? What do we call them? They have one.
Gary Sue.
It is. It's like something that stupid. It actually is something that
Gary
stupid.
Sue.
So-
Mary and Gary Sue. Hi.
But
we're
I
Sue.
love science fiction fantasy movies. I love to escape my life and go to a movie into another universe and get lost and forget the bullshit I have to deal with every day. And they took that from me.
Yeah.
Ever since 2014, whenever, every fucking thing that comes out, I'm like, okay, there it is. And then I'm out of it, and then I'm pissed about that. I'm not enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
So, and then they lose a bunch of fucking money.
Yeah.
And then they say that they're, losing money is your fault too.
Yeah.
That's the part that no matter
'Cause I'm
what, if you
an
say,
ugly
I don't want to
person.
play the game, if you say, I don't want to play the game, don't want to be involved, well, now you're the fucking problem.
Yeah,
That's the underlying issue with a
because
lot of
you're
it
a closet
is,
homophobe
Yeah.
or racist
If you
or
don't
thisophobe
play,
or thatophobe. And it's
then
like, no,
you're on the other side.
I want something honest and true
Yeah.
and sincere. I don't give a fuck who wrote it or who's in it.
Mhm.
But don't take me out of the story with you fucking slapping my wrist for being a fucking white male.
Yeah, for
Like,
existing.
fuck you.
Yeah, well,
I don't need that fucking shit.
well, it's just like any of the argument where it's something completely and totally out of your control.
Mhm.
So it's in its purest form what racism is defined as.
Mhm.
Judging somebody by something that they have absolutely zero control and ability to change. And it's like, so now we're just going to put the shoe on the other foot instead of realizing that these shoes don't fit and they suck and they're causing blisters and people to have issues. How about we just get rid of the damn shoe?
Mhm.
Instead it's comeuppance and turnabout's fair play. But that's not what karma is. It doesn't work like that. You never get an equal reaction from what it was given. It's an opposite reaction.
Well, it's
Mhm.
like
And
you say,
so-
going back to those
Yeah,
golden,
yeah,
like two wrongs don't make it right.
yeah, exactly.
Sticks
All
and
those
stones.
they just
All those sayings have been around for hundreds of years
for
because they're
millennium because
they're an echo of what the fucking universe
of the
is trying
reality.
to teach us.
Yeah, of the
This
reality.
is the way it is.
Yeah, yeah. It has an equal and opposite reaction, not the exact same reaction, just now pointed in a different direction. That's the power struggle that all these systems, especially our politics, are claiming to try to fight against. Is tyranny and these hierarchies that build power structures that lock people into place. And it's like that's the myth, is that if you think that you're going to take away power by taking power away, it just means that you're the one now
Mhm.
exuding that power.
Right.
And that's how come, in all reality, the greatest thought that ever came about, that we know of where it was Greek philosophy, the power of the individual.
Mhm.
That's the entire idea of philosophical
Yeah.
thought.
Western philosophy is all based
Is
on
an idea
that,
of
the individual.
that the individual should have just as much merit as the whole,
Right.
because fronts don't exist without backs. So you have to have both. And the second you let one or the other try to take over, you'll either have a tyrant or you'll be ruled by mob rule.
Mhm.
And so the obvious answer is to, just like we say in karma, and we've done forever, is it's benefiting the whole through the power of the individual.
Right.
That's
Change
the
world
idea.
by changing yourself.
Change who you are, but have your reaction echo in the actual community. And then all of a sudden you're starting to link those hands together that they think are, right and left, but it's all on the same body. So you put them together and one hand fighting doesn't know what the other's doing. All those old sayings are just so wise, but it's a little hard to keep those things around because everybody gets tired of them, especially when the generations blur so quick. And, it was really easy when people didn't know what the last generation really had to deal with because they couldn't look back at videos and judge them forever
Mhm.
and other things like that. It just got lost and blurred. And then before you know it, they had their individual problems that took over. But people are trying to right wrongs from thousands and hundreds.
That don't need to be righted.
That
They've
are issues
already
that
been
our
addressed.
parents have had to deal with.
Well, right.
And so
Let's
you're no
fight
longer
about-
focused on your individual existence and what you can do in the situation. You're caught up in the past. And, and like I'm saying, that's a hard, it's hard, but it's that pain for
But
the
that's
sins
the
of the
game.
father.
That's the game they play.
Yeah.
It's like, let's fight about slavery, 200-300 years ago, while there's slavery going on today.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
because these
while
fucking
slavery
elites
is a
are
larger
fucking
problem.
a bunch of kids that are getting traded around in the slave trade.
Mhm.
So they don't want to be talking about that. Let's keep them arguing with each other about
Let's talk about the
what
slavery
those
that's
old bad guys did. We
Yeah.
do it right.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But the
It's
guys
like-
in charge back then did it wrong.
Yeah. Well, and
Shut the fuck up.
Alan Watts talked about it best in one of his stories. Like, I'm neurotic because my mother dropped me on my head when I was a baby. But she was neurotic because her mother did the same thing. And then you just go all the way back until the beginning of time. And you never get to focus on the fact that you have the power to
You can change it
and have
right here, right now.
and start generating and creating something that's different.
Right.
And it's it's being, it's one thing to be ignorant of the past, but it's a whole other thing to be dependent on, to create your identity in the future. And it's better to forgive the past and allow people to be what they were, which is people, so that you can find your own humanity and start acting as one of those people.
Yeah.
And it's
well,
it's hard.
100 years ago, things were tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, tough times produce
Tough
some
people.
extreme tough people.
Yeah, tough
And
people create
sometimes
soft
that
times, and soft times make soft people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then soft
Then
people make tough
Tough
times.
times.
Mm-hmm. And it just starts that whole cycle. And, it's just like we're talking with movies and everything in our technology, it's just sped up.
Yeah.
It's just moving at breakneck pace. So it's like every week you've got the new tough times, soft people, and it just rotates.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just, it dumbfounds you because it's.
What's insane?
What do we have to complain about? We're sitting in a room talking, having the
That's
potential
just
to talk to the entire world in a heartbeat.
That's what I was going to say. Is people want to talk about tough times when it's like, do you actually know what a tough time is? Do you really truly know what tough times are?
Yeah.
And if you can't, then you need to shut up, sit down, and mind your business until you do. Because more than that,
I'm going to get on my cell phone and talk about how I'm righteous and everyone else is wrong, and use this fucking cell phone that a fucking kid made and jumped out of a window after he made the fucking. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't actually know hard times, and unless because that's the hard part is even us sitting here, we
Run around in my shoes.
I'm not meaning to laugh except for that, it's right. It's so raw in the way they shut the fuck up. Like it's just
No. Yeah. Well, that's the only way I know how to talk.
No, I'm not meaning that. It's like, yeah. Well,
I'm
once you
just
get
sick
pushed
of the
so
noise.
far, it's
The
the
thing is,
noise.
like guys like
And
Trump
that's-
and shit, like I fucking hated Trump. I always thought this guy's the biggest fucking asshole. Now I kind of like him. Because it's like I don't need to be fucking told who my heroes or who my villains are.
Yeah.
Let me decide.
Well,
but
and
if
not
you're
only
going to
that-
try to demonize one, well, I guess I found a hero.
Well, and not only that,
Right.
it's like it's the yin and the yang,
Mhm.
and both of them have the spot of good and the dark, and one has the bit of dark and the good. And then you learn, just like we were talking about, the thing that shall not be named, old, Star Wars, that Vader, one of the greatest villains in the world, becomes a redeemed character that you can find good in.
Mhm.
And it's like if
Well-
you never give them, if you want to deny the function of just that simple truth that there's good and bad and good, then the game's already over.
Mhm.
Because
Right.
you're not going to let the damn thing spin
Well,
and
and
try to figure it out.
I'll take the pompous, boisterous asshole that kind of does a good job and raises everything a little bit over the fucking puppet senile fuck getting just, this is what you're doing today. Okay,
Yeah.
well, man, make sure these corporation giants keep well, oh fuck, man. Sorry you guys had a fire and lost all your kids and shit. That almost happened to me in my '63 Corvette.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
empathy. But
okay.
Yeah.
But he makes us feel good.
Another thing, like
our feelings are great.
so, like Trump was the fucking tyrant who was gonna come in. What kind of fucking tyrant doesn't try to disarm his populace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Or
goes
give a
against
shit
historical accuracy.
no.
But but that's but we're not going to solve those problems because they're not ours.
No.
That's how come we need to focus on what our problems are, what your problems as an individual are, and make slight adjustments in your life to try to
Back
fix
on
that.
track here.
Well, it's about time to give her up
Mhm.
because it's been an hour of
Listen
us losing our
Bitch.
bitch fest here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have asked Jake how his day went.
You
fucked this up.
No, I
Just
fucked
kidding,
it
I'm
up.
teasing.
I did.
None of you did. Nobody fucked
True.
it up.
I don't fucking.
This is reality. And what I mean by that is it's like
Well, no,
good and
it's-
bad. It's the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
It's karma in action. And when you have a feeling, when you have something to discuss, the worst thing you can do is be too afraid to actually talk about what's on your mind.
Mhm.
Because then the game is already over.
Yeah.
You've given
Because
up.
you're
You've given up your
self-censoring.
sovereignty.
You're
You've
doing
given
the
up your
very thing
individuality.
that
That's
we're
why
talking about people not doing.
I never agreed with this. Like, well, you don't talk about politics with people. Okay.
Yeah.
So then nothing, because you don't solve problems without talking about them first.
Yeah. So it's very true. It's well, it's much better to talk about them than fight about them, and it's much better to have a intellectual discourse than a physical one.
Mhm.
And then
Because
it's
that's the progression.
Yeah.
You can't talk about something if you're not talking. If you're standing on the train tracks and you can't talk to each other
and say,
about
hey, let's move.
that train's coming down the road,
Yeah.
you get fucking run over by the
Yeah,
train.
yeah. All things get destroyed in its path, and that's why I know this will get people riled up too. But all those old ancient wisdoms talk about it. It all started with vibration in the word. In the book, that's what it was. That's where the power comes in.
Yeah.
Is,
God
is-
spoke it into existence if you
Yeah.
want to go to a Bible.
But that's
Or if you want to go to a Bhagavad Gita, it was
it's
sung
sung,
into existence.
and
It was
music and
vocalized.
vocalized, and all
With
of a
the
sudden it
vibrator?
becomes- Yeah.
Oh, Bob.
So
is
what are
very
you saying?
frank.
We should all get vibrators?
If we
Yeah.
do, we'll all get a little
And
happier.
talk?
But here's the catch. Every vibrator has to have a different vibration frequency.
Oh, I know.
That's the only way that it can work.
Don't
What's
think
so-
I don't know that.
We just offended the that's not funny. Holding a
We're
friggin'
offending everybody today.
holding a vibrator.
That's the other thing. We
vibrator
live in such a soft, like,
There's
sweet,
no humor.
easy time
No.
Yeah,
that, like, the worst thing for a lot of people was getting offended.
yeah,
It's like, just wait, motherfucker.
yeah,
Just wait.
yeah.
You're how old? Oh, wait till you're 23. Yeah, let's see what the world gives a shit
Well,
about. then.
it's
Well, wait
just
till the dollar collapses or fucking something, or the power goes out.
when the world
Suddenly being offended seems like a fucking dream.
yeah. When the world's a joke, and the whole thing is just some great big thing to look at and laugh at, it makes it bearable and tolerable. When you take away the fact that people can't even find humor in just the littlest of things, then all of a sudden it's just destruction, power, horse shit, anger, and it's that's why the most dangerous thing in the world is a good comedian. George Carlin, all those guys that knew it best were able to
Mhm.
take the thing that you find absolutely holy, your cow that you put on the mantle, and
Rip shreds.
make fun of the fact that it's really just
It's a cow.
a dipshit.
That's what started me on
A
my
holy
road
cow
to,
is still just
like,
a cow.
all this like contempt for the status quo. What started me on it
Comedians.
was the Me Too movement against Louis C.K.
Yeah.
And he lost $40 million, got all the shit thrown off Netflix for something he did with a consenting adult 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's a little bit odd.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd.
It's a little bit weird.
Don't go after the comedians.
Yeah, well, they're the
here's-
last
they have
bastion
to.
of hope.
That's the underlying thing about all these people is that if they're not attacking somebody else, they have no purpose in life.
Well, Mel
And
Brooks
that's-
do it. That's why they make fun of Hitler. It's 'cause
Well, in the good old
he's
days,
silly.
the
but
good old days in America, the do-gooder zealot was your buddy's mom who didn't like his heavy metal lyrics,
Yeah.
or found his porn and got mad. Now it's every other motherfucker coming out of the college.
and
And,
Out of a high
and a
school.
bunch of fucking kids telling adults how it should be, how it's gotta be,
yeah,
with no life experience. With a
they have a
fucking
pure
zealot professor.
they
up
have a
there.
pure agenda.
But
that
I
they
just, I know how it works. If you'll listen to me and do it my way,
Right.
put me in power at
Right.
age 14, then we'll have it.
Right,
We'll all live in a utopia, man.
yeah.
So, because, that's how I was at 14. Then again, I was still trying to figure out masturbating.
I
I'm not
still
sure
am
how good I can
14.
be.
Right.
I
I'm
still
still
have
trying to
14.
figure out masturbating.
I've yet
I
to figure
still
it
do
out.
it wrong.
Me too.
I do it manually. I jerk off manually. Okay, Jakey.
Well,
Speaking of that, use
yeah, I guess we
use
ought to
them
wrap it
dirty
up.
dick beaters to push the button, and we'll get out of here.
Then why would I touch the buttons? I don't want to get that ruined.
You don't want mine to ruin it.
No, I don't want anybody's to ruin it.
Mine's halfway up my nose half the time. I'm picking them until they're bloody.
That's why your hair's curly on top.
Yeah. So,
But as always, guys, that's a all.
yeah, there you
That was
go.
Karmic Transmission.
That was a real,
Rude man.
That was-
Shishes.
And in all reality, this is what it needs to be more of, is just coming in and talking about whatever's on your
bitching
mind.
about shit. Well,
No, it's not just bitching.
It's not,
It's converse because it's all.
It's discourse.
It's
This is
karma.
open
It's an
discourse
incarnate.
about
It's-
existence.
It's all.
That's all that we're doing. We're talking
It's
about
power.
that
It's energy. It's
I
focus
come
and
off
stuff.
angry all the time because of the way I look and how loud I am when I talk about stuff that I care about. But it's passion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Everybody
not
is.
ready to fucking fight or take up arms over it. Like, it's a passionate
Well,
thing.
like we said,
And
it's,
it's, you know,
Well,
Yeah.
what's hard is that people can't
it
separate.
can't be funny
passion
unless
from
I'm spazzing out. Just me personally. I just don't work. If I'm
we're
serious.
always everybody's
Sit back and
funny.
analyze shit. That's not my style.
That's why you have me.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
I'm a bull in a.
What am I here
I'm
for?
a Chinaman in a bull shop.
You're here because you just need to be here. That's what it comes down to.
You're the perfect blend.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mary
There's,
Poppins.
there's that one. So, but as always, guys,
Jake's stoic.
no, no, stoic is the wrong word for it.
I'm jolly. I'm Santa Claus and Kris Kringle, which are the same person
Mm.
Angry
at
asshole.
the same time. So
What it is, it's more like the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil kind of thing. Except we've got megaphones on all those parts. So like you've got a big megaphone around your mouth. I've got the ones around the ears. And Rex's, his is more just like, it's taking it all in. He's the eyes.
oh
He's
my
the-
God, you
Yeah.
assholes! Push the
He's
goddamn
seeing
button.
it.
I'm
He's the
sick of you
great
trying
eye
to
of
put me into some horse shit.
Sauron.
Yeah,
That's
that's
only
what
one
I
eye.
am.
But until next time, guys, check us out. Go to Karma, buy some food, be an active participant in your community for good. That's really what it comes down to. Is go out there, quit worrying about what everybody else is doing, decide what you want to do, take some action, and make your impact positive. Because if we're all making positive impacts, then the world has no chance but to get better. That's
If it
really what it comes
benefits
down
you,
to.
and if it benefits somebody else, you're on the right track.
It's worth it.
Yeah, because that's the power.
Don't
Individual
do good.
and community.
Be good.
Be good. Yeah, and I'm gonna trim my beard this week. I think.
All right.
What?
Look how fat this. Well, I thin it out, shorten it up, maybe a
Mhm.
touch.
Mhm.
Get a haircut. Might want a haircut.
He's growing hair. You believe this guy?
Are you?
Growing it. Look at him.
You taking
He's
the
got way
product?
more.
I got products.
Oh, he'll tell you about the product.
I got
Until next time, guys, you'll have to wait for the product.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Yeah, take finasteride.